Okay. Everything should be working. Um, uh, yeah, let's just get straight into it. Um, Hold up. Let me fix that. It should be fixed. Sorry, something on my end sounded just a little weird. But anyways, welcome. I want to say back, but honestly, this is a new journey. But welcome to, the J. Russell PT run. Yes, we're back with it. But this time we're actually doing it in a rebrand of the server. So you guys know I've been playing Operation Phoenix for quite some time now, right? Well, we just technically we merged with another place, like more like two Milsums merged into one and turned like not merged into it, but kind of joined together, right? Came together and joined each other. So it's not like Operation Phoenix is like Operation Phoenix and they got all the other people's members. And it's not like the other thing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say like who we just merged with. I guess we are. So there used to be a Milsum named uh OBRP. OBRP um and Phoenix or Operation Phoenix merged into each other and now has formed Warborn um roleplay. This is gonna be a massive Milsum and it is just going to be great, right? So let's get into it, right? We got a lot to talk about and we can talk and run. All right. So actually I'm not doing the one that shows in the what is it, thumbnail? Cause I don't feel like switching. Um, Excuse me. What we did as are we literally that ass? Am I dumb? Yes I am. It's fucking stupid. I ain't gonna lie. But whatever. So as you guys can see, this is new. There's a few things that are new to the server, which I can't wait to actually go on the patrol. I'm not gonna be able to make it to the patrol tonight until like the later version of it, just because I have church. So kind of chose a bad day to actually do this, but it is what it is. So they don't actually have the other Humvee, the unarmed Humvee right now. Don't know if that's gonna stay like that, but I just know that they don't have it right now. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So you guys know the standard 3 laps. That's how it is normally. 3 laps around the entire base. Oh, somebody's in an F-22, I think. I think that's what that is. But anyways, so with the numbers of people that have just came, like, let's actually explain how this is going to be. So OBRP, they own the panel, or like they kind of like they're technically owning the panel while we are like basically co-owning, like David's co-owning technically, but everything is technically both of them the same ownership rate, right? We just had them come to our Discord, right? And this is what I've picked up along the way. This is what I am going to assume, so not everything's exact. There may be a few things um, that actually I say that aren't completely true. But from my standpoint, this is what it sounds like, right? So this is technically their panel server-wise. But I believe they're trying to get a different map anyways, so the Russell PT won't be a thing once that happens. But then I'll also be streaming more. And eventually I will want to be dual streaming on here. Maybe getting like YouTube Shorts. I plan on trying to get into that, or even just TikTok live. But it is what it is, right? We'll cross that road when we get there. It sucks for them calling backup. They're not gonna get no backup. I don't know where we're technically stationed right now. The new lore hasn't technically dropped. And I'm gonna keep saying technically on most of this because I actually cannot confirm or deny. I just know that us administrators and below, like administrators and below, are not gonna get TX admin for their thing. We're gonna have a different, like the F1 menu, or like the V menu terms. That's what we're gonna be running off off of. So like we're not gonna be able to kick anybody or anything, but that's fine. We honestly didn't need it, but whenever I get my rank up in the staff, you know, from administrator to senior administrator, then technically senior administrator is high staff, and high staff get TX admin. Now, I don't know the new people that just joined. Not all of them. Not most of them, actually, but I know that some of them were put into really high staff positions. They were given high staff. So, I mean, take that as you will. They got high staff before people who have been in the server for a long time gotten high staff. But honestly, I don't really care. Because I don't really care about ranks like that. Because it ain't gonna change my job once I get to senior administrator. I'm still going to staff, but then play around, like actually play on the game. The only difference is, like, the only thing is, I don't want the new people coming in here and, like, big dicking around. And multiple of us have said this, right? But you didn't hear that from me. You know, OPSEC, right? OPSEC. Holy mackerel, the amount of people on this stream right now. What the Y'all just here to let me talk, aren't you? Well, I know that you guys can just go to the Discord link on the what is it, the bottom, the middle bottom of this stream. You guys can click on, or no, I can't. You can't click on it, but you can go to that. Do not go to the description. I forgot to change that, so I'm gonna have to change that after the stream is done, right? So just type in that code or type in that link, whichever one works for you. The code is right after the slash of the discord.gg. That's the code, like the NAS. That's gonna be the code to join. I mean, if you guys want to, you guys can say you saw it on the stream or you joined from the stream, and at least people will know, right? But if not, totally understandable. 5M Milsim is not for everybody, or not everybody's able to do 5M Milsim. Just a thing, I'm like just past the halfway point on the first lap. I feel like I'm running so slow. Now I know there's a couple new menus and a couple new things that I haven't actually checked out on the server, but I mean, they just finished deving for the night and it's 9 a.m. in the morning. Now, of course, I went to sleep last night, so I didn't have to, like, I wasn't trying to stay up during each restart, but I know Viper, one of the devs, just told us, or just told me when right before he restarted the last time, he said that was gonna be the last time until you just so you can go to sleep. So I've been deving all night, adding stuff, which the barracks that I just started this video in front of, that actually wasn't in here last night. We had a different barracks, but I bet David was talking about how he wants that one in, which I don't blame him. I like this barrack because it's really, I don't know, well laid out to a point. The only thing I wish is that the combat medic, or not combat medic, but base medic, the medical bay wasn't all the way at the top, all the way at the end. But that's just me, for obvious reasons. Now, if you guys don't know, somehow, and you guys are new, I am the CEO, the commanding officer of the 68 Whiskey Division, or 68 Whiskey MOS. If you guys join the US Army and want to join an MOS, I think you're able to go all the way up to 4 MOSs at a time. I ain't gonna lie, nobody enforces it, but why would they? Like, why would we enforce the fact that you can only have 4? I mean, if you do good at it, then it is what it is, but it also depends on like which 4, right? Because you're not gonna be JTAC and 68 Whiskey and like what would it be, like the artillery, or not artillery, it's not artillery anymore, but it's 15 Whiskey, like the drones. But I feel like you could be drones because we're not going to use drones every single time, so we are going to use drones and you're the only one on, I don't know, I feel like you still be JTAC. It is what it is. You're not going to be the combat engineer if you're a JTAC. Unless you just trade of all, or what was it? Jack of all trades. There we go. What I'm thinking. Unless you're that, and you just know how to work on cars, help people down, you know. Like, two things that could go in well is like military police in 68 Whiskey, because 68 Whiskey is like a main combat patrol type of thing, or like that's a patrol standpoint, and the military police is like on base, because you're not gonna get the military police off base. Look at that first lap. I'm actually very surprised in how many people do this, like, are watching right now. Because here's the thing, I've done this in the past, and the only reason I do this in general is more like a standpoint from me, like a log. Like, I'm logging the fact that I'm doing this. I would love to stream patrols, but I'm gonna be completely honest. I have forgotten to do that every single time. Like, it doesn't come across me to start recording or start streaming until after the patrol or midway through it, and I don't want to just like start recording midway through it. So I want to actually start it where we're lined up, because we don't line up in the big hangar for patrol. We do the motor bay. Like, we line up in the motor bay. Now, if we're stationed on a whole different map, that may be different. Like, I don't want to leak what we might be getting, because I don't want to give false hope we don't get it. Right? So, just be advised, we may be getting a new map and not being on the Fort Zancudo. Like, not Fort Zancudo. Yeah, Los Santos map. Which I kind of hope is true. But I guess we must wait, right? At least it's a beautiful day on Warborn RP. Like, don't get me wrong, this is gonna be a little bit weird and to kind of like keep myself in check that I'm not saying Operation Phoenix, because I've, you know, said it for so long, or like Phoenix Milsom. But it'll be good. It'll be good. See, if I had TX admin, I would kick Carter and say format his name. Crazy. That's all I'm saying. I can't format his name. Or tell him to format his name. I don't know if this HUD is gonna be great, because I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. It looks too economy server like, but I mean, it's great to have a HUD. Don't get me wrong. It's better to have a HUD than no HUD, so I'm alright with that. Okay, I'm referencing the bottom left. Now, the message that's on the very top middle that says spot and glitch or issue reported. Yeah, I would like them to move that off the fucking compass. There's no need to have it up there, because you can always put it like above the AOP or something like that, or just move it to the right just a little, next to the compass, not on the compass. Come on. Now, if I can move that, then don't listen to me. Oh, look at that sunset. You saw that? Now, if there wasn't other people in here, without a doubt, I would just switch it to morning again. And I might actually do it just for video purpose. Just so it's much better to see. But oh well. I forgot to say halfway point last time, so when I get to the halfway point, then I'll say it. Another fun thing that's gonna happen is I'm planning on, like I said before, recording the patrols. Like, I know I recorded the operations a long time ago, but I would like to do operations. It's just I have to confirm that the new operations are gonna be good. Like, the last one, it was planned really well, but the previous panel that we used to have, it kind of the textures were buggy, and I don't know why. I wish that they would turn the stupid, like, notifications and left off. Especially from easy admin and every single time someone dies. Because I don't like to see that. So there's my suggestions, guys. Also, if anybody is new to the stream, go down, or no, don't go down. Look in on the stream. The Discord link is actually on the screen right now. Don't go down to the link in the description, because that's actually false. I will change it after the stream, so if you're watching this post streaming, that should be the correct Discord link. It should match up with the one on the screen. If not, then probably don't click it. Unless it's like 3 days later from the stream, because then most than likely that's just the correct Discord link. But also that that was the halfway point. Right before that bend. How to make sure that my phone was going to be ready for a text or something like that. Let's see what else. I feel like there is a lot to talk about, but I feel like I can talk about that during another one where I actually know everything, because like I said, they just finished adding stuff for the day, at least. So there could be more stuff coming. But maybe not. I know that we do have more EOP or EUP, which I can't wait for. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Op 4, they're looking kind of snazzy. They're looking kind of great. But I have to say so myself. I saw their EOP. It's actually kind of CAG. Looks much better than what we used to have. So, like, don't get me wrong, this merge might be a huge thing for the future of the Milsim community, like at least the English Milsim community, because we currently are the biggest English milsim on 5M. Unless there's a bigger one that I just don't see on the 5M or in general. Technically, Warborn roleplay is going to be the biggest. Not going to be. It is the biggest milsim that's like an English-speaking milsim. It's like I'm saying this with like broken up English right now. And we're gonna see tonight how many people we actually get on, because I believe they have the server with like a 62 player max, but we were just Operation Phoenix alone, we're getting 30 pop, 30 to 40 pop like daily. And I'm saying like 30 pop 4 hours after, like at like midnight, right? Like 4 hours after the 7:30 patrol or 6:30 patrol sometimes. But most of the time 7:30. So 7:30 patrol, we would do that. And get like 30 to 40 people. I mean, we used to get 50 people during the patrols, but I mean, that was back in, what is it, June? And now it's August, about to be September. So but us alone we're getting 60, or not 60. Us alone we're getting like 40 people. And that's like on a decent day, like a good day. A great day we've gotten like 50. But also on patrols we get like 55, 56. Like the last one was like 54. Or, no, the last one was 52 pop. But the one before that, that was actually a fucking fantastic operation. And that was 56 people on that one. Like, I remember because a staff actually logged it. Because it's just lovely to see so many people in game at once. Also, that's second lap done. Going on to the third and final lap. It's like I'm gonna run for the entire 24 hours in game. It's gonna be morning by the time I get done with this. But just to think, Operation Phoenix alone was running 40 pop, and I don't know how many OVRP was getting, but I would believe it would be 30 something pop. So like, if we do combine them, like, since we're combining them, I would assume we get around like 70 to 80 pop on a patrol. But I mean, don't get me wrong, it might slow down just a bit because it is school days. Like, it is school now, like, for some people, not all people, I know that. Some of the people in here are going into school in the September. Some of them are actually out of school. A lot of people in here are in school still, in some capacity. So don't get me wrong, I am in school, but I mean, I'm homeschooled, so it's a little different. It's gonna be great because I'm gonna post this in media in there. Oh, thank God somebody else changed it. I'm gonna post this in the media there, and everybody that previously knows about this, like, obviously they'll know about the PT runs that I do, but everybody new. I mean, It's kind of cat, right? Maybe I can actually finally get people to join in, right? Like I've know I gotten a couple people before, but like I ain't gonna lie. When I did it with Riggs, we were like basically the same rank. We ain't no same rank anymore. In chain command wise, I guess I am, because technically I'm H and H too. I'm like a headquarters type of person. So is he. He's the now all the way up to a lieutenant colonel. Kind of crazy, right? He got promoted, I think, either last operation or the operation before that. But I'm still command sergeant major, which equivalent to major, but we already have a major, so I can't, like a ground major, so I can't technically join in as that. So I can't get promoted. So I guess I'm gonna keep being equivalent to like an under major, basically. Which is fine because most of the people that just joined from OBRP into our server, like into Operation Phoenix or now Warborn, like we kept our ranks and they had to transfer into our server. So like they couldn't get like, you know, more than a first lieutenant. Which, don't get me wrong, that's still pretty good. Like that's an O2. I would have fucking like done a lot of things when I joined this server just for an O2 rank. But no, I had to join in as a recruit and go literally rank by rank. I think the only one I skipped was... What did I skip? No, I don't actually think I did skip anything. No, okay, no, I skipped... What was it? Because you join in as a private, right? And then you get to PFC, and then you go to... Isn't PFC... Yeah. PFC, then specialist and corporal. I don't think I did skip anything. I thought I did. No, I had to have. But I couldn't have skipped specialist because that's a transition from like that's a transition to NCO, and I could not have done that. But they didn't let us do that. So I quite frankly do not know what the heck my rank jump up. I just know I only was able to jump one rank in comparison to some other people. Like I said before, like I kind of got gypped out of my rank up to SMA. You know, I should be the sergeant major of the army, but instead we had to do that entire what was it called, the fucking campaign for that, which King was like yesterday, which is the current general, right? King, he said, yeah, we're getting rid of that shit. This ain't no democracy, alright? We don't need some voting for the SMA rank. It's whoever gets it, or it's whoever deserves it gets it, right? But there's word now that, like Bradshaw, or there's the word that Bradshaw has been just AFK and isn't able to be a good SMA because we kind of need an active SMA, right? And there's word that Bradshaw might be, I don't know if taken down is correct. He might get just promoted to an officer rank. but if not, then he'll probably be brought down a little. But there's word that I'm not going to get SMA. Because of this transfer, there's word that somebody else will if they were to bring down SMA. Or if they were to bring Bradshaw from SMA. There's word that I might just get skipped. Don't get me wrong, I should be getting that, right? There are a couple people that said they would fight if that happened, though. Especially because I actually ain't gonna say who possibly is gonna be going to that rank, but those people who do know, I mean, I can't say if the person would be a good fit or not, but what I've heard, it just sounds like the person is a good fighter, not much of a leader. Don't take that the wrong way. Sure, we need a fighter, but I feel like a fighter would be greater on a, like, just as a lower NCO rank, right? No need for the NCO command and all of infantry command. Like, they can have my position, right? They can have CSM. But once again, I don't know these people that just joined, so there's no way of me telling if they would be good for something or not. I just am gonna have to wait. Holy moly, somebody's exploding. Too much. I'm almost done with this too. I don't think I have. No, I don't. It's like, I didn't think I have a TX admin. But if I were to, I would have been able to refill my stamina. No. Because if you TX admin heal you, you basically reset your character, but then you get to refill your stamina. But we're so close, it's not even funny. Streaming for over, or about to be over 40 minutes. Kinda crazy. But I did have a lot to talk about. This is a big change into a, I guess, Milsom 5M community. And honestly, we might be getting to the old days where we were, like, where Milsoms were getting like 100 pop. Maybe 90 pop. But take it as you will. I believe that Op 4 is about to get more active, like really active. Like, I don't know for sure, but I would assume that Op 4 is about to get active because most of the people that just joined from OBRP, now I say most, I don't know the exact numbers, but I believe a lot of them joined in to Op 4. So, kind of great, right? Because, you know, our problem was before we couldn't fill up, like, Op 4. Like, Op 4 was pretty inactive in numbers compared to, like, the 30 that we would have on Army, 30 to 40, like on NATO. Op 4 would only have like 3. 4. So like the high step would actually have to go on as what it called, and they wouldn't be able to be on here. But it is what it is. Now, I haven't actually set up like the PT outfit. At this point, I don't even think it's worth it, right? So that's why I ran into these today. But hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I definitely enjoyed talking about it and what's to come, basically. So this is basically multiple things. Me logging, obviously me doing the PT run. 2, me logging the current status of the server. And yeah, I think that's it for now. I mean, current lore wise, current setup that I got going on. But it's been great seeing all y'all, and hope to see you guys in the next one.